What is up, One Spoke family? Sharo here. I get asked occasionally, what do you keep in these saddlebags and why do you have them? That's a lie. I've never been asked that in my life, but I just figured I'd run through what's in these things for me personally when I ride. So, to start off with, the glasses I wear with my non-full face helmet, they have lenses you can change out. Sometimes you go out in the morning and you're wearing like your shades, and then towards the end of the ride you realize you're out a little longer than expected and need maybe something a little clearer. So I have those here. Inside here also, just a standard, a kickstand pad for the dirt or rocks or anything like that. So I could put them basically wherever I need to, and I have to worry about it sinking into the sand and falling over and dealing with that problem. I also have a pair of channel locks, because these bad boys are awesome. This is why they make them, because they fit a ton of sizes, or little sizes. That being said, I also have some wrenches down here that I could use. This way I can grab either the back or the front of a bolt if I have to, or a larger bolt if need be. As mentioned, here are the wrenches I was talking about. This is a little more kitschy. I happened to find it on Amazon or at a garage sale, I don't remember. Thought it was cool looking. It's probably a little bit more cool looking than it actually is useful, but nonetheless, we own it. Here's another one. It's an adjustable. It's a little strange, but once it grabs on, based on the direction you hold it, you can tighten or loosen a number of size of bolts that fit inside of here or on this smaller side as well. Again, maybe a little bit kitschy, but it's been useful before in the past. I do have a newer bike, but you never know what's going to happen. New or old, bikes have problems. Needing those pliers, because who doesn't need these for God knows what? Whether you're stripping a wire, whether you got to adjust something tiny, or just get into a small space to maybe grab something that fell down, at least you have it here. I also have a razor, your typical standard drywall knife, I guess. This way, if I got to strip a wire or do anything like that, or sometimes you have to jump cables that you don't want to jump, but you got to strip wires to get them connected. But it's helpful in the sense that at least to get to a dealership or a shop to get your stuff done or drop her off. Bungees. I keep bungees in here. I know it seems a little strange, but who knows what you have to strap on. If one of these things fall off, I got to strap them on, or if a part is kind of hanging off, my plan is to hopefully maybe have something to hold it on there. I have also used it for, if I was asked to pick something up on the way home, I can strap it to the back of the bike. At least they are there. I do also have a net, yes. The original toolkit for the bike, it came with the motorcycle when I bought it. It usually sits inside of here. There's a cover that covers this battery, but as I said before, it's on the tender now. So as I'm taking it in and out of the shed here and there, I don't want to necessarily take off this cover every time when I put it back on the tender. No, I didn't buy one of the cool tenders yet, but we'll get there and we'll do some reviews on that, I'm sure. A couple last things in here. I have a multi-tool, one of these little plier things, which kind of goes back to the needle nose pliers, but it has a screwdriver in it. We got some files in there, a knife, a little saw, some keys, some, you know what I mean, a bunch of little tools. Just thought they were all pretty cool to have on there. It's compact, it fits right in the bag. I'm not really worried about anything, I have it there. Last but not least, gloves, because if you've ever had your hands busted up as you worked on a bike, you'll know how much it sucks to get your knuckles jacked up. Although you should be riding with gloves anyway, nonetheless I have them there just to work on stuff. And last but not least, yes, a bottle opener. Because if you have to use any of this stuff, by the time you get back from the ride, you're going to want to open up a cold one and think about the day. And hopefully the bike's okay and you can enjoy your next ride. So, this is Sharo, just throwing a little video out there. I hope to see you guys soon.